Y'all, I said block all evil eyes, and that motherfucking spirit just snapped the phone down on the table, literally. Y'all might be seeing 211. Hey guys, welcome to Ancestor Says. If you're new to my channel, what's up? Make sure to hit that like, hit that follow, and become a part of GD Soul Shop. And if you're somebody that's been watching, rocking, consistent with me since day one, hey, please remember these are collective energy pools, so take what resonates to you and leave the rest behind. Please remember, respect, and understand and appreciate that I am a dark and light empathic reader. Also, if you're new to my channel, please take a moment to watch the disclaimer and disclosure videos that are pinned at the top of my channel. Y'all could be seeing 222 as well, 111 as well. The month of February 11th to be exact. The letters S and O. Somebody is waving the red flag, SOS. Again, and this old lady, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, but this older lady that's in y'all energy, she's a bitch. This is one of the people that's been sending messages to somebody in the collective. This is somebody's grandma or something of the nature, okay? She don't like you. 212, okay? Y'all could be seeing as well. 2012 is significant, 2022 and 2021. All right, and I tend to channel a lot of names. So if I say your name or the same name as you, and you resonate none with all with this energy pool, it's okay, baby. It's okay, baby. Just sit back and enjoy story time in Tarot Land. Plan wisely, inner vision. Okay, these two keep wanting to come out. So we're going to see this in the collective energy today. I've had a pretty busy morning in a good way. You know, mommy doing taking care of those stuff. And I'm working on other stuff in the background for myself. You know, because, yeah. Y'all have to take a moment and step back and figure out, okay, now what? Like, where are we going from here? And that's just it. Especially through this season. Now it's been retrograde. There's been a lot of things. Or is it before, right before? I don't know if we all the way in there, but I know the energy is shifting. If you're somebody that is going into this retrograde, basically more so be tested. It's been a lot of purging and releasing. That don't necessarily mean sadness. That could come out as anger. That could come out as like any type of emotion or toxic trait that you withhold into yourself, being able to release it, okay? March is significant. The 21st is significant. 3 and 2 is 5. May is significant. 3 and 2, 5 plus 1, that's 6. That's June. 3 minus 2 in November. All those dates are significant. The 14th, the 16th, the 12th. 2024 as well. 1976. Somebody's name is like Zach or Zachary or something of that sort. Okay. Somebody's name is Crystal. Somebody has a lion tattooed on them. Somebody is 24 or 42. Pathfinder, resurrection, sculpt self on your own. Okay. Self-embrace, heart desires. Keep those. Gentle release. Okay. So, at this point, I feel like the collective, a lot of us as a whole, we're in a planning phase, and we're planning how we're going to go about conquering our inner visions, okay? This is very much so on the spiritual sense. Some of us are going through like a resurrection period. Some of us are still finding our way and finding our paths, and some of us are still releasing, having gentle releases, okay? And all of us are still scoping and developing ourselves. Inner vision, cut through the fog or confusion with your power of discernment. Plan wisely. Cultivate successful thoughts. Okay. Cultivate success through meticulous research and strategy. Plotting your foresight will unveil your new path. And see, and Pathfinder. Okay, so we got trust your inner compass to illuminate your path through love and career, revealing the direction your soul wishes to explore. Okay, on your own. It's time to take some alone time or be single to get a new perspective, okay? Gentle release. Let me put them in order as they're telling me. Let yourself surrender to the flow of life's somebody could be called Mr. or somebody grandpa was called Mr. or the color purple is very relevant. This might include 2 sisters, okay? And I also are like Cinderella, like, you know, you know how one was always treated better than the other. One was protected, one was pretty much so one was protected and one was pretty like put up for grabs, like you could buy them. All right, somebody in this energy, parents traded them off for money because they knew they were spiritual, okay? Somebody's roots is outside of the USA if you're not in the USA. If you're in the USA, your roots are outside of the USA. Okay, your name might not, the name that you have now, like on your birth certificate, might not be your original name as well. All right, So the mysterious currents, life's mysterious currents, basically go with the flow. You know, it's time for you to go like inward and focus on yourself. If you are in a relationship that is not going well and it's taking more work to just hold it together than it is, then if it's taking more work to so much work to hold it together, you don't have the energy to put it to invest in it to grow. It might be time to consider to let it go. Just go with the flow so you can spend time on yourself, and that will allow you to help cultivate your own self. You know, but before that, after that, because this is on the second row, but really this is what is required first for you to own your own shit. Be honest with yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. Hey, I need a change. Like, and it's like, I want a change for me, not because of the pot of gold at the end. Because if it's not for you, it's not going to last. We all know that. You can start doing anything because of anything other than yourself is not going to last. I like some people, they start working out because somebody is talking about their weight or something, but you might have that motivation right then when you're in your feelings. But what happens when you're not in your feelings about it no more? It's something that you don't really care about because it's not something that you wanted to do. So, okay, being with somebody, staying with somebody because of the way they act when you say I don't want to be with you. Some people like, oh, I'm gonna off myself. Some people act crazy, act a fool. They stalk you. You know why they do that? Because that they knows that intimidates you to think of what you're gonna have to deal with if you leave them, when all reality, let's be real, 911. Just like they call 911 on you, y'all males need to get what it called 911 on them. This woman is crazy. She's stalking me, she's bothering. Don't they do it to you? Okay. The fuck? The 19th is significant, okay? The 30th is significant, the 28th, okay? September the 12th. Alright, not being funny, but for real. Like, ain't no way I'm gonna sit here and be chained to somebody that I don't want to be with just because they act like a fucking child. What do you do when your child have a fit? So now, put that in your head when you dating somebody, that grown-ass woman or man, they sitting there having a fucking fit like your child. I can't even lay beside you because you put me in the mind of my kids, the way you're acting. Ew, don't. It's like, no. Okay? Shit, the more crazier they act, the more you need 50 feet. And I dare you come past it. Because I'm going to stand 10 toes on me and what I need for my peace. Because in order for me to be able to process shit in my mind and for me to move forward, I have to be at peace so I can think clearly. And clearly, if you causing me hell, you don't give a about my peace or my growth. Because I need peace in order to grow. That's for somebody. Handle that shit. And if bitch act crazy, oh well. And it's not even in a harsh way. And if you decide to do something so drastic to yourself because of a relationship, something is already wrong. Point blank, period. And let's be honest, because plenty of people that said it. Plenty of people that said that going through, especially when you're high, you know, that my first love energy. But let's be honest, are you really gonna do it? How many people actually walked away from somebody that said that, and them bitches was still there 2-3 days ago? And the ones that haven't, RIP, love and respect, but let's be honest, something else was wrong, deeper than that. And then when y'all have friends that y'all do see going through mental crisis, be a friend. It's not funny. Somebody be laughing at somebody bugging out, and then they laughing at somebody bugging out due to the loyalty to them and the shit they got them into. 222 on the clock. Somebody bugging out because of some shit they did. Y'all might be saying 666 with another person, and that motherfucker be laughing at them about bugging out. This time for you to be on your own. Release some motherfuckers that's not really your friends. Take a look at yourself because it's not too late. Repent. Build a closer relationship with God, a closer relationship with yourself, a closer relationship with your ancestors. Figure out what you want. What you know you need to change about you in order to progress. And no, it's not going to be easy, but what else is there to do? Are you going to sacrifice yourself for the next person to be satisfied? And think about this, because some people, heart's desire is to make you fucking miserable. And that be a worthy goal to them people. Some people think that it's a worthy goal to make you miserable. That's their heart desire, to make you fucking miserable, to take you through tides and tides and tides of transitions to the point that they have you isolated to yourself. And you know what that is a tactic of? Control. Information control and control of you. And they're going to have that control until you take it back yourself. And it does sound easier. It's easier said than done. But I'm telling you, the hardest part to it is actually picking your feet up and left, right, left, out the door. After you leave that person, it's the pain, you know, you're going to cry and shit. You're going to go through your emotions. But the hardest part is actually leaving them and not looking back. The hardest part is walking away. But once you walk away, you plan wisely. Especially if it's a motherfucker that's violent. Don't even let that motherfucker sense on you that you about to just, you keep acting like shit. I'm telling you, get away from people that don't want to see you do no good. Get away from people that have hissy fits like fucking kids when you want to leave. Because if you having a fit like my child, bitch, you're my son. You're my daughter now. You ain't sleeping beside me. The fuck? Don't let nobody think they can control you about that stupid shit. Oh, I'm gonna kill myself. Well, honey, you wanted to do it anyway. I'm still leaving. The fuck? I'm not. And it's not me. It's like, what the fuck? You need to have some courage. Because sometimes it be your last move to be able to even go forward. Them small steps are what counts. And don't feel bad for yourself. Like, I should have been left. Because a lot of us, after we get out, it's like, oh my God, I wasted so much time. I did this. 8 and 2 is 10. October is significant. August is significant. The 28th is significant. Okay? But by the time you get to where you're going and all them small steps start adding up and divine time hits, you've been and started some roots of your own stability, of your own forward movement. You've been and learned your worth. And you got people that respect you and understand and know your worth. And even if they don't, who gives a fuck? Are you happy? Start chasing your dreams. And everybody that fucking wants to come with, everybody that's at your level, they're going to automatically just be drawn to you. Like, seriously. They're just going to automatically come. Or you're going to meet them on the way. But you need to be everything to yourself sometimes. Don't wait around for other people to show you that they appreciate you or that they believe in your dreams. Because at the end of the day, that dream was put in your head for a reason, because it's yours. Don't stay in misery just to make somebody happy. I don't care who you are, like, for real. And I'm not saying this to convince you, I'm just giving you the message, all right? Inner vision. All right, let's see what we got. Inner vision, inner vision. This is a quick one. That's for somebody ancestors been like, if you take one step, I'll help you take 10 more. But them first couple of steps, them first couple of, maybe even months, it's going to feel it. Or would you rather stay and feel it for the rest of your life? Which one is it? Hurt for a few months, you know, got to pick yourself up off the floor. I'd rather be picking myself up off the floor because I left, rather than picking myself up off the floor because somebody smacked me or stomped me down there. Do you feel me? If either way, you're going to be on the floor. I'd rather be on the floor because my own accord, because if I'm moving forward to get away from some shit that's holding me back, than to be picking myself up off the floor because I'm still standing around like somebody do whatever the hell they want to do to me. And that's just what they felt like doing today. Self-love. Your inner vision needs to start with loving yourself, what you want, what you deserve, and moving with that intention towards that. Focus on desires of the heart, self-worth, expansion, manifesting. By going to reflect inside the inner vision and cutting through the fog, cutting through the bullshit, not worrying about what nobody else say, think, or feel, solely focusing on yourself, how you feel, and moving accordingly with that intention. Showing yourself love and grace. That don't mean and it doesn't mean be alone forever. It means stay alone long enough that you can tend to your own needs. Because even as a woman or a man, any person you run into after that, you gonna want somebody that's healed. Because you gonna want to do better. You ain't gonna want to go back to the same type of energy or person. You ain't gonna want to go through the same lessons. You're gonna want somebody better. In order for us to attract that, we gotta have some type of growth to us. Because a healed male that got his shit together, he ain't putting up with that shit. And we say that's what we want. You want a real man. You want a man to handle business. You want a man that has the qualities, not a perfect man, but a man that is of your vibration, a man that truly appreciates you and know the value of having a good woman, just as well as you know the value of having a good man. A man that gives you a reason to want to, like I always say, submit. I'm old-fashioned, but that don't mean like don't work yourself, you know? I mean like I want to cater to my man, let me cater to you, because baby, this is your tape. Do anything for my man. Baby, you blow me away. I got your slippers, your dinner, your t-shirt, you know. Be making me, yeah. What? All right, plan wisely. And as long as you are showing that type of value to yourself, like I deserve this and I deserve that, and at the end of the day, don't be asking for stuff you can't do for yourself either. And I'm not saying that in a mean way. Like I want to be able to have this, my hair done, my nails, and I want to be able to do this and have that. You got to be able to show that you can do it for yourself. And then that's another thing on top of show that you can do it on yourself. And then it's like a nigga won't mind doing it. Shit. You ain't coming in saying, oh, I need you to be able to do this, that, and third, that, and this. In the meantime, you can't do none of that shit for yourself. So he pouring into you. And what do you have to pour into him? When you can't even pour into you. You need him to do it. Guarded, vulnerable. So plan wisely, holding patterns, and make sure while you plan, you're doing it out the heart space. And you're being vulnerable and letting down the guard, even with yourself. Being honest with yourself. Somebody could be 31, 32, or 35. 2023 is very significant. January 23rd is somebody's birthday. Exactly. I didn't even read it. Shadow work and reflecting. Vulnerable, guarded, being guarded. Being vulnerable and less guarded with yourself. Recognizing your own patterns and what you can do one step at a time to do better, to change those. 232 is somebody's area code. Soul searching, deep introspection, evaluation, hermit energy, void, period. Yes. And do that based upon what you need to do for yourself. Because let's be honest, a lot of people say they did this and that, but we all always play a part. No matter who did the thing that just made it like we can't be friends no more, or I don't want to work here no more, or I don't want to be with you anymore. Like no matter who pulled that last straw, in the process, both played a part. Decisions, contemplation, doubts, and lonely. Some people don't like to go through that phase where they are secluding to themselves because they feel like they'll feel lonely, and that keeps people in this lock, like in the stagnant energy of contemplation. But the real fulfillment, you have to start within yourself. Like, can't nobody make you happy if you already angry? How the hell somebody, and then if they do, what about the times, bless you, and if they do, what happens when you not so happy with them? You all angry and mad and the world is so horrible again? Just because that person's not able to bring you joy. And if that person is the one that's carrying all the weight to bring you joy, who's filling up that person's cup? If I'm your joy, you right? And obviously your cup is empty because you only feeling joy because of whatever I'm doing for you. What happens when I need my cup poured in? You can't even pour into your own. 2 empty goddamn cups. That's a miserable life to live. 2, 3, 4 on the clock. 4, 3, 2. I'm keeping my distance to protect you and your energy. Somebody really wants to come out and say they are watching you from a distant collective. Look, we tried to talk about growth in this energy. I can't even. I'm sorry, y'all. This energy mean they're going to come through. If they can't reach you in the physical, they mean they're going to come through and tell you that they are thinking about you. They are watching you from a distance. Okay, this is your twin flame. They've been dreaming about you. And a big thing that and a big thing that we all like to struggle with is this gentle release part because of this inner child. And this inner child and needing to heal the inner child and trying to figure out the root of the issues, which goes back to this, I thought about this root thing, that tends to have us guarded and closed off because we don't really think about how much that affects us, how much that helps paint the character that we show up as today. Okay, and learning how to heal that and learning how to go within and be okay with ourselves and actually like full-heartedly devote ourselves to mend ourselves and understanding our own worth. Feels like you're pulling everything apart inside of you. However, that's what it takes to have a resurrection. But you start with small steps to move forward. You have to be courage because y'all know every day ain't promised, man. And I refuse. Like, it took me a while to feel like this, but I refuse to be sad or mad or depressed or anything. No, and I refuse to be closed off and guarded. People be closed off from healing because they think it takes so much, but really it's so simple. It can be like, I feel like it's okay to have multiple wives because that's what I know and that's the way I grew. But the person that I'm in love with, that I dream about, they're not okay with that. So let me reevaluate things inside of me and ask myself, what do I really believe opposed to what I was taught? I think that people that are spiritual are not of God because of what I was taught. But is that what I really believe? Is that what I'm getting? Somebody could be 37, 32, 38, 57, 52, 53, 61. The 16th is significant of July. But is that what I really feel when I watch them? Is that the energy that they really do exude? Do they fit that narrative based upon my own opinion? Am I more worried about what other people are going to think? And if so, why? You're going to have to look deep and then be pulling yourself apart, but you will resurrect. It takes small steps. And once you get there, you find your path. And a lot of times, it could be all so simple. Yes, it takes time. But it definitely will get you in a place of flow, stability, and abundance. But first, you got to make some real promises to yourself and be honest about what you've been holding inside. What have you been concealing deep down that have you feeling a certain way about particular things that have you moving in one way or another, or not taking the chance towards something or another? You get what I'm saying? Like, I want to be an astronaut. I want to study the stars, but everybody in my family, they pass down this. Say your dad owns a mechanic shop, and this is something that's been passed down through generations. I feel obligated to take on this, but my dreams and my heart says I want to do that. Be real with yourself. So I decided to do one thing or another, and everybody in my family are proud and happy and excited, but I'm miserable deep down inside, and I'm concealing that. Be honest. Is the path you taking for you or for others? That's a message for all of us to reflect on. Please believe anything that you start pulling apart with good intention and in the direction of healing, but it's a lot of inner child wounding and people holding on to ways, things, memories, and doubts because of childhood wounding that they don't like to address. But in order for you to be able to resurrect, you have to take small steps to figure out what needs to be addressed inside of you, and then doing that, making that decision, and not doubting or feeling like or being scared of doing something different on your own. Not being scared, making a decision to not be doubtful or lonely, to go at something on your own, take a step out on faith and do something different. Then once you're done with all that, that's where the fulfillment come in. And anything else aligned to you will also automatically come to you, or you'll be guided to them open doors. And just remember, as long as you are intentionally making those moves in terms of investing in yourself and working on yourself, and I mean for you, because it's something you want to do. Your ancestors and divine, God, whoever you subscribe to, but of course y'all already know me, God first, the ancestors, hosts, they're always going to meet you halfway and help you balance those scales. And it's not always going to be comfortable, but it does take stillness. And for you to have a flame of passion in your own self, for your own life, for what you want for you. 243, somebody's 43, somebody's 42, 34, okay? But I'm also getting 2, 3, 4. Put stuff in the gate of opportunities from this flame of passion. When you sit in stillness and figure out shit for yourself, you move with intention to balance your life out, and God and your ancestors come through, and that ocean of possibilities will come pouring in. But you have to go through that storm of that storm of, I release the need to control things. I'm open to receive the answers and the lessons, so I can move forward. Because having peace of mind and being able to really feel like you can be you comfortably, and everyone around you, you don't have to second guess whether you can trust them, whether they really care about you. That shit is a gift. Because as long as you have that, you have peace within you, you have your support around you that you don't have to necessarily have, but you have a group of people that share the same like-minded energy as you. That's automatically going to put a battery in your own back to go for what you know, which is whatever your heart desires. And it'll work. I'm going to be back to give you another message later. That resonates with everybody in my collective. We all need to hear that sometimes. So at this point, I'll give your energy back to you. With clarity and understanding, I call my energy back to me, sealed and protected. And as I always say, remember to pray. Bye, guys.